I like that movie because, yes, it has the Halloween branding.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually a really fucked up movie, and it's good.
Yeah?
Because name another movie that kills kids.
Oh, yeah. The thing is with Hollywood, they like to kill kids off screen.
I fucking asked you. I asked you to name one fucking movie that kills kids.
I can't because
Thank you.
They don't. They don't.
Right.
Yeah.
That movie, you know what the whole point of that movie is? To kill fucking kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, there's that stupid song that plays, and it's all about a crazy guy who makes masks, and they advertise it within, like, so you see the advertisement throughout the movie, and there's a detective guy who figures out that this guy's doing this shit. So everyone's buying these masks, and every time they watch the commercial with that particular song, it's kind of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ritual. I guess it's kind of like a ritual. Like the song is summoning or like doing the ritual for like whatever the mask is, and then the mask literally like eats the kids' fucking heads, and then like they turn into fucking like.
So it's supernatural, like the mask.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So wow, no, I don't remember that at all.
Detective guy who figures this shit out.
Okay.
And then he confronts like the CEO of the guy like who did all this shit. And it kind of ends on like a cliffhanger.
Oh really? Oh shit.
Because he calls, I think it's the police or like the station that's airing the stuff. He's like, you have to stop because like it's gonna kill everyone, whatever. And that's how it ends. Like you don't know if like they actually stopped it or if they let it like air.
So it's just.
But like,
wow, no, I don't remember that at all.
If it were just called Season of the Witch,
nobody would have gone and seen it though.
Right.
Yeah. So they put the brand.
They could have just marketed it as its own thing.
But they didn't want to invest the money in it. Yeah.
But it goes back to what we were saying before. Marketing. The Human Centipede was marketed as a fucked up movie. The Souls games are marketed as hard games. This was marketed as Halloween. Why didn't people like it?
Because it wasn't Halloween.
Why do people, like you said, why do people not like fucked up movies? Because it wasn't marketed as a fucked up movie. It was marketed as, what's this? Well, that's not what I expected.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, what's that movie with, it's a Marvel movie with Miss Marvel, what's her name?
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel. They market that as a woman superhero movie. So
yeah. Ooh, child.
Sorry, they marketed as it was like important. It wasn't.
I didn't remember your name. What?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. No.
Woman actors. Who cares?
Wow. No, that's not true. I don't remember.
Scarlett Johansson.
That's the only one that matters. That's horrible. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, who cares?
What did you think of Child's Play? Did you enjoy the franchise?
To be honest, I've only seen the first one.
Oh, really? You haven't seen any of the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth?
Dildo Dolls.
Huh?
What?
Dildo Dolls?
Honestly, that's another movie that kind of freaked me out. That gave me nightmares, like
Nightmare?
Like Nightmare on Elm Street, but like, it's just creepy.
Because it's... Why?
Because it's a fucking murder in a doll.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, oh, it's just a doll. No, he has all the human strength in a doll.
Yeah, which
if you apply the laws of physics and stuff, it's like Ant-Man. Like, yeah, he's smaller, so technically, because he's smaller and he has the strength of an adult, there's less gravity in his body. He weighs less, and he can punch as hard as an adult. Like, so like his punch is literally
is literally what
it's like a 1.5 times multiplier on it.
Yeah.
So is it wearing
which is what Chucky does because he leaps on to fucking people.
So it's like the movie fucking the guy who goes to Mars. And because the gravity is like he's fucking.
The Disney film. I forget. Something.
Fantastic
of Mars.
Bugs.
Something of Mars.
The movie's actually really good. It just.
Yeah, it wasn't. It just.
You know what it was? They wasted too much money on marketing.
They wasted too much money, or didn't waste enough.
They spent like $500 million or $700 something million, or I think maybe even $1 billion on marketing. The movie only made like 750 million.
Only? Jesus Christ. Right. Fuck. But okay.
And then what did they learn?
Don't spend $1 billion on marketing plus the cost of the actual film to make.
The most you should do is like double of the cost of your film. Mm-hmm. But I mean, in today's market, you don't even need to do that. You don't, just YouTube and all that shit.
These companies, all they do is just release a fucking trailer, and then the fans do it for you. Like they learned, you know what I mean? Like it's not necessary.
You know what they learned? As long as there's no politics or like anything involved in the movie, then people are gonna watch it.
So you never saw any of the Child's Play films aside from the first one?
I saw parts of The Bride of Chucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but again, that's when trash started happening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it started.
That was after like the 2000s.
Yes, it was.
It went from like good 80s to like okay, and then it went from like pretty bad from 90s to like
the
late
third
90s
one,
to 2000.
The third one is where it took a real dip.
So, speaking of Chucky, have you seen the Netflix one? Which one's the one with Luke Skywalker does his voice? I think is it the movie or is it the TV show?
No. That's so that was a reboot.
Is that a movie?
It's a movie.
Because they made a TV show as well.
Yes. So
it has the same kid from the first movie.
Yes. So that's a TV show.
An adult.
Yes.
That's a TV show.
Well, the kid is also in a couple of the later films as an adult. So he has his own like films later on in the series.
In the series, the series is. I think they cut it off like.
So the series continues from where the movies left off.
Is it all of them or is it just the first one?
No, all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a complete fucking
I thought they just dropped
No.
every other movie. Yeah. They just
No.
kind of like a soft reboot.
No? It's a complete fucking continuation of the entire franchise. And that's why it's actually succeeding, because people like that it's a continuation. Like, you know, people want to know what happened to these fucking characters. Good, though? I enjoyed it. Like, I honestly enjoyed it.
Really, you like Dark Fate and... you like the new Matrix movie?
Yes. But anyways.
So, yeah, no.
Well, I enjoyed it, and I think it's well done.
You enjoy fucking.
Hang on. It's well written. Yeah, okay. I enjoyed it.
Why?
I thought it was well written.
Which one?
The series.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was well acted, and I like the fact that it was actually a continuation of where the movies left off, because it makes sense, you know what I mean? And I can see why the fan base enjoyed it, was because they wanted to see a continuation of what the fuck, you know what I mean? Because
did they kind of soft reboot too?
No,
they just went straight for like
straight continuation, you know what I mean? Straight continuation from what happened in the films.
So why'd you like Dark Fate if they kind of rebooted?
We're not talking about that. We'll talk about something. We'll talk about that.
Fuck you.
We'll talk about some other time.
Fuck you.
No, we'll talk about some other time.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're talking about a horror film.
That is a horror film.
No, it's not.
Women actors.
Wow. It's not. Anyways.
No, it's not. It's a bad movie.
It's a good movie. Anyways.
Okay.
Anyways. But yeah.
Your opinion.
And then, it was also filmed in Toronto.
Everything's filmed in Toronto.
No, not everything, but a lot of things are.
Okay.
But that was filmed in Toronto. Because it's cheaper.
30% cheaper, because why don't we simp for like, come in here.
Pretty much.
And then they literally pay us our rates, and they like,
which is insane.
30%. Dude, they save like 30% plus. Canada actually gives them like grants to come film here.
Yeah, and they also don't require them to pay certain permits to use, like, you know, for, let's say downtown, they can shut downtown, and the city will just provide them the permits, and they don't have to pay anything extra
and if
towards
they do,
it.
It's 30% less than what they had to pay.
Which is just insane. Which they use Yonge and Dundas Square as Times Square all the goddamn time.
We're pretty lenient with our noise laws too. I think it's 11 p.m. is the latest you can be loud. Like for the Resident Evil movie, like people were complaining because it was too loud, but like
but then they also had the permits to say that they were going to be shooting, and that you
were. If you didn't get that piece of paper in your mail.
Well, you were aware
enough to get.
No. They all people were fucking aware. They just, you know, people like to complain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, fuck, you know what I mean? You're aware. Shut up.
Yeah. No, you literally are. But like,
you just like to complain. But it was good because it was a continuation of everything that happened before, and that's 30 years of storyline.
I don't give a fuck about spoilers. So like, what's the, I guess, not synopsis. Yeah, maybe synopsis of the entire fucking. Did you watch the entire?
Yeah.
And it's done. Like they're not making any more.
The series ended, but it's gonna continue.
So the series didn't end. The season ended.
And the season ended.
Stupid bitch. You're an actor. You're supposed to know this shit.
Anyways, the season ended on a cliffhanger, and so it's gonna continue. And it's already actually. It actually started filming again. Already.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it's filming in Toronto.
Did you apply for Chucky?
I auditioned for one of the characters actually.
Specifically Chucky. Like, dude, this.
I wish. Are you kidding me? God.
Your agent does that.
The character that I auditioned for would have been murdered by Chucky, and that would have been a motherfucking dream come true. Especially the way that they filmed it.
Didn't you get murdered by fucking Phoenix?
That'd be hot.
No, you did.
I did, but she wasn't the fucking Phoenix at the time.
She's always Phoenix.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
She's acting like she's not. She's such a good actor. She's acting.
She was such a professional and so intense. So we're talking about Famke Jansen. Okay, so Famke Jansen.
I love you.
Very nice.
I remember you told me a story about her, where you're going with this intense, that you would look at her and she would look at you back and you'd stare off.
The thing is, like, I wasn't intentionally doing that. I was watching her perform and just watching her get into, because, you know, you get to that level and you watch someone who you've seen on the big screen.
You not fangirling.
Yeah, because
she
I wasn't.
You not fangirl, but like trying. Like,
no, I wasn't. It was straight face, just watching her.
I know. That's her watching you not fangirling. She knew.
So just watching her intensity and just the way that she got into character and the way that she was just so present for that scene was just intense. You know
she a method actor?
No, she's not. She
just hates Spanish people.
No, because it had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Like the way that I don't even know how to explain it properly.
You ended up there in that scene, so
you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it properly. It's just before they yelled action, just watching her just get into her character and just watching her just, you know, already personifying who she was going to play. It was so intense that I was just like, wow, like this lady's on a whole different level.
You know what the funny part is? You probably got paid more.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm joking.
No, I didn't.
She's a woman.
I didn't. I mean, and then we filmed.
I think that's so cool though, that you were like, even around her.
Yeah, you know, and then even after, like, you know, when they
Can I lick her? Like,
when
did she kill you? Did she touch you?
She touched me a lot, actually. Like, she was just very nice.
Where?
Huh? On my shoulders and shit, you know what I mean? Huh? On my left shoulder.
Where? Man. Can I lick that?
And even after, in between takes and stuff, she was like, she was listen, she was very nice, and she was like, you know, she wasn't. A lot of these like Hollywood actors tend to be like, you know.
Yeah, she's not that good.
Wow, like, come on. And it's
not good enough to be like that.
She has a fucking career. Like, you can.
Yeah, but
like, come on.
So do people at McDonald's.
Anyways, you know what I mean? You can't compare that. But yeah, and she was just nice in between takes, which was refreshing because a lot of fucking
people act they're snobby and shit.
It's horrible. I've seen actors carry on like such fucking assholes over ridiculousness. It is just insane, man. Like, oh my god, I don't want to fall this way. I always get
Are these the big people?
Yeah, you know what I mean. I always get like, you know, the gun always hits me the certain way, and I'm so tired of. So we talk about Chucky. What other franchises? What franchises did you, aside from Nightmare, did you watch from the 80s, or not franchise, but just horror film in general?
Jason. I watched a lot of Jason.
Did you watch all of them?
13. No. I can't even remember like what numbers or.
Yeah, there's a whole slew of them.
The one that I remember the most, again, I remember it might have been like the 5th, maybe even the 7th. It's when it started getting good again. It's cassettes are, again, our families are like stupid.
Special.
So they would let us watch that. So it was the one where it's one of the guys from the previous movies who, well, maybe he wasn't. Yeah, I think he was in like briefly one of the previous movies, but he survived, and then he's going to the graveyard to kill Jason for good.
Yes, I remember.
And then
He
him and his
stabs
friend,
him,
and then the electricity.
Yes. Okay. I can't remember what number that was. I think it was either 4,
Yeah,
3 or 4.
It's probably even higher up there. Dude,
Oh, shit.
No, dude, like, this movie started like in like early 80s. But in the 90s, they were already like 10.
10, yeah.
So,
holy fuck. Jason X was just horrible.
dude, okay. Jason X, in all fairness.
Okay, let's see you defend this.
I'm not
Go.
defending anything.
Okay.
Space death.
Space.
Take away Friday the 13th. That movie's fucked.
It is fucked.
Hey, he becomes a fucking Decepticon. He gets nano fucking metals.
Yeah.
Dude, the kills were fucking amazing. And the guy who goes space and he fucking freezes her fucking face.
Oh my
And then he
Lord.
breaks her head in the fucking... Dude, that's amazing.
I remember seeing it in the theaters.
No, the best part is the guys who like were writing it. Like, how do we make this
How do you make this so fucked up?
in space? Like, that's fucking stupid. No, but then they're like, well, you know what? Okay, hold on. We can work with this. Honestly, it is such a campy, stupid 2000 movie that it's amazing.
I remember going.
That's another movie that, like, cult following now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's bad,
Yeah, it's bad.
but it's good.
I went to go see it with a group of friends, and we couldn't stop laughing during the whole fucking film. Holy shit.
Okay, you know what's supposed to be a lot more darker than that though. So like,
Yeah.
it was like, again, YouTube. It was supposed to be a lot darker, but then they kind of started going off like, ah, fuck it, it's
Fuck it.
fucking stupid anyways. But I mean, like, the director's mindset was, what the fuck else do we do? We've done everything.
Like, what are we gonna work with? Well, let's just fuck it.
Best part is, nothing really changed. Stupid teenagers, having sex and dying,
in space.
and they're still stupid. Like, how are you in space and still stupid? Like,
Fucking it's just Hollywood, baby. Yeah.
no, those are equivalent to McDonald's. Afford a kid?
I don't have one.
No, not you. You don't fuck. You can't have one. You're gay.
No, yes I can. I just clearly I learned.
No, you need to prove that you can afford one. In your case,
That's
which
true.
is the proper way to do it.
That actually should be the way. Because fuck, some people, damn.
So abortion should be legal only if you can't afford it. Can you afford it, baby? Kill it.
Then fucking get that abortion.
You can't afford it, kill it. You can afford it, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Kill it.
It's like the car license, you have to renew your like affordability of kids.
Pull that baby out of
Even if it's like 5, you lose your job, kill it.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Kill it.
You can just like,
Population
put it up for a
call.
dog.
God damn.
This baby looks like it's gonna grab the piece of shit, kill it.
But yeah, so what other film? So Jason. Halloween.
Hellraiser.
Oh, okay. So
fucking good. The first one,
yes,
second.
I liked it. The third was okay too. The fourth actually was not bad.
Which is the one with the sexy demon bitch?
There's quite a few sexy demon bitches.
The first one, like the...
No, there wasn't no sexy demon bitch.
It was. She was bald and sexy.
You thought that was sexy?
You're gay.
She had her fucking throat split open.
And you think asshole is sexy. You fucking scoop poo with your dick hole.
I do not. But anyways, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was the first two. And then in the third one, I don't think there was a sexy demon bitch. But in the fourth...
Which one's the one where like he's like released on? It's like he kills a bunch of like... He kind of comes into the real world, I think. And then he fucking fucks up a whole like club.
Yeah, that's the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in New York.
Pops up at the end for like...
I don't remember there being a sexy demon bitch in that
You're
one.
gay. You wouldn't remember.
I don't know. I remember these films. I just don't remember that. I know that in the fourth one there is, and the fourth one it takes place around. It starts in like the Middle Ages, where
it's like
some guy was summoning a demon, and then the princess of hell comes up, right, and then he basically enslaves her. And he told her that they will be together. She told him that they could be together
and they were,
until she becomes bored of him. You know what I mean? So if he kept her
And it
entertained,
flashes back between like the old times.
And if he kept her entertained,
If this works, I'm gonna be very happy.
You know, if
Hellraiser is sexy
demon bitch.
Hell on Earth. That's the one where like the sexy
that's
bitch.
Hell on Earth. That one.
Watch this.
I like that one. That one was a really good film. I didn't see the franchise after that. That's where the franchise kind of lost me. I didn't even know how many more Hellraiser films there are.
They actually did a reboot.
A reboot?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Are you sure? I don't remember there being a reboot.
Or they're working on one. But
aren't they trying to make the Cenobite, the priest, a female now? So the Hellraiser Cenobite, the one with the pinhead, they're gonna make it female.
From what?
From male.
No, for what?
I don't know, because that's how it was in the original book that Clive Barker wrote.
The original book was sexless.
No, it was a female.
No, it was sexless. No, it was actually in the comics, or the book, like it is a dude because he ends up fucking the sexy demon bitch I'm talking about, and then
no,
and then like the main demon is a woman. Or the weird like
I'm talking about the pinhead one. The pinhead one in the book was a female, but when they tried to make the film, they said that just wouldn't sell and that people wouldn't go for it, and so they changed the Hell Priest, that's his name, into a male. But from what I heard in this new reboot, they're trying to make the Hell Priest a Hell Priestess. So it's going to be a pinhead, but a sexy demon bitch pinhead.
I'm not sure about that. Let me fact check that, bro. I think you're just being woke right now.
Just being old or woke?
Woke.
Woke. There's nothing woke about me, please.
A woman.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty woke.
Oh my god.
Wow. Candyman is a Cenobite theory.
Oh. Well, that's a dark hole we like to explore, which could be a possibility. I never saw the Candyman reboot.
Don't.
Oh, did you see it?
I mean, you like Dark Fate, so maybe you should watch it.
But did you see it?
No.
Then why do you...
There's people that I watch whose opinions that I agree with.
I'm not interested in other people's opinions.
No. I agree with them because most of the time...
I'm saying, did you watch it?
No, because I don't have a reason to. Because based off people who I usually agree with... people usually agree with, it's not worth my time to waste.
You see, that right there, for me, is just like, no. I go and I watch films because I want to watch them. I'm not interested in other people's fucking opinions. And no, don't. You know what I mean? Like, because I've seen people whose apparent opinions are really great, and I went to go see. Hang on, I went to go.
Because I just agree with their opinion. Because I agree. I know why I agree with their opinion. Because I agree with most of the stuff they say.
Fair enough, so but you still didn't see the film.
It off their.
But you still haven't seen the film.
I know, but then I don't want to watch it because.
Then you can't say anything about the film without actually fucking seeing it, because you're basing
about it. I'm basing it off.
No, I asked you if you watched the film.
I said no.
Okay, then, but you went on to a tangent as to why, and I never asked you why.
No, I said don't watch it.
No, you went on to a tangent as to why, and I never asked you why. It's just.
You asked me why.
No, I didn't.
No, you asked me if I watched it. I said no.
No, I didn't say why. You just then you decided to
tell you why.
Interject.
I'll tell you why. 'Cause I always have to say why. Because people that I watch, like reviewers, and again, I usually agree with their. Mm-hmm. So yes, I had a place to start and build an opinion on, based off what, and it's not just one; it's multiple people, right? And they all pretty much say the same thing: politics. They're involving too much politics and woke culture into the movie, which ruined the movie. Otherwise, if they didn't include that, then the movie would have been fine. For me, I'm not watching movies to keep thinking about the real world and how fucked up our world is. I don't care about that shit. Again, I'm not gonna do anything about it. I just want to watch a fucking movie. Don't bring up all these political politics that just and it's like it's not even subtle. It's just like in your face. It's like, okay, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but at the same time, art has a way of showing what's going on in the world like that.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But you can do it Gate Street, Elm Street that way without doing it to do it because. So there's a difference between like that and doing it to do it.
But is it? But the thing is, you haven't actually seen the film, so you don't even know if that's actually the case. You're going based off someone's.
But these guys literally tell you exactly what happened in the movie.
But that's nice. But I'm saying, but you still haven't fucking seen the film.
But it's like reading a book.
No, it's not.
It is because they literally they go through the whole movie.
But you haven't read the book, so therefore you can't actually. I know that. I'm saying that's like saying getting a review of a book without actually fucking reading the motherfucking book.
So
no,
the review comes after they go through the whole movie.
I find that fucking bullshit because a lot of people interject their own fucking opinions into the film and to what they saw, and then that's fine.
I get that. But this is why I don't base it off of just one reviewer.
But that's fine.
Multiple reviewers.
But what I'm saying is just like you should watch the film yourself to get an actual sense of what the film is. Because no,
okay. So let me give you an example. So let me give you an example of when I buy a game. Mm-hmm. What do I buy the game off? Mm-hmm. Based off, trailers, based off people's reviews, based off what I hear. Am I gonna go buy the game if I hear that the game is trash? No. Mm-hmm. If I can show you glitches and dumb fuck the game's trash by just showing you, I don't have to play the game to show you that.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm talking about, that's a video game. I'm talking about a film.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm basing it off a reviewer. I'm basing it off things that I see, based off things that, like, people I trust, not just random things that people say. Just some random person just, the movie starts because politics. No. All these people said the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's good until it gets to this. If the movie is slow paced because they waste too much time on politics.
Mm-hmm. I still think you should actually see the film before you actually say anything about it, because then you actually don't know what the film is about. You're just going by what other people are saying.
No, I'm going off what they said the movie was about, sure. I haven't seen the movie, that's fine. So, here's an example. Why did you like Dark Fate? I haven't watched the movie, but I can tell you why I don't like it.
You haven't seen Dark Fate? Okay, then no, I'm not going to get into this conversation about because you haven't fucking seen it.
So this is for example of why...
No, go watch the film and then we can have a conversation about it.
Why you liked it.
Because it went in a completely fucking different direction than what I was expecting.
But what does that mean? That has nothing... Like, so
what is it? Yeah, hang on. What does it mean? It means...
I know what that means. Okay, so...
No. Let me explain before you fucking start opening your fucking mouth, okay? Let me explain. Everyone is expecting John Connor to become the savior of humanity.
So why?
Because he fucking, they changed everything that happens from Terminator 2. They changed the course of fate, and supposedly the future, the way that Terminator 2 ended was that there was no set future. It was left in a hopeful position where
that was 3. Part two. It was just they saved John Connor. That's it. It ends by Terminator dying.
Yeah, the Terminator died, but if you listen to Sarah Connor's narration at the end, it was left in a position of hope, where if a machine can learn the value of human life, then maybe we can too. So it was left in that hopeful kind of, like upward momentum. Maybe, you don't know if it's still shit's gonna fuck up or whatever. Terminator 3 came and basically said that no, there was no hope, that basically everything was set in stone. There were certain things in time that couldn't be changed, regardless if you try and go back in time to fuck it up. It doesn't matter. Time is just going to correct itself to make shit happen. Whether it's going to be now or it's going to be delayed, it's still going to fucking happen because it's an inevitability, according to the Terminator 3. Okay, fine.
Which contains the storyline.
Yeah, it continues the storyline, okay?
And then the next one that came out was Genesis.
Genesis takes place in the 2030s, so it's already in the timeline where should
have happened.
Yeah, where things already happened. So this is in the future.
Sorry, hold on. There's so many of them now. So there's third one is with the hot T3.
Yes, the Terminatrix that they call it. Yes, that one.
And so so that one ends with
inevitability.
The whole point of the Terminator going back, which was sent back by John Connor's wife, was to save him and put him into the bunker because there was no stopping the nuclear war.
Yeah,
And
that was the point of that film.
Then the next one was with the guy from Batman, Christian Bale, which was
which takes place in the
Salvation.
Yes, which takes place in the 2030s.
Which is like they're in war. Like that's what
So
that's what
the-
part one and
the
that's
future-
part two John Connor. Like that's
The future happened already. You know what I mean? The bombs fell, and
the John Connor from part two where you see him like leading the resistance and stuff. Like that's that timeline there.
Yes, supposedly. You know what I mean? And then Terminator Genesis.
Yeah.
Genesis.
Which is a soft reboot.
A soft reboot. Which, to be honest with you, I actually enjoyed.
Which is part one.
I mean, yeah, but I enjoyed where they left it off because I'm like, okay, they could have gone somewhere else with this franchise as well. Because now they left the door open. If they're going to fuck with timelines and if they're going to fuck with like multiple like multiverse theories, then fine. That means that you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. And I enjoyed where this film left off. And, you know, and I wanted to find out the mystery of who sent back the T-80 in the 70s to save that Sarah Connor. You know what I mean? They left that plot thread open, which to me was intriguing because I'm like, what the fuck?
What do you mean sent back to Sarah Connor? That was part one.
No,
Kyle Reese.
Yes,
and then
but in Genesis, they actually revealed that in that timeline, Sarah Connor was saved by a T-80 in the 70s because somebody fucked up with time again, and they said
the whole point of Terminator was before Dark Fate, John Connor. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of the movie. John Connor.
Yeah,
saving John Connor.
Yeah,
you can't change what's gonna happen. The nuclear war is gonna happen with the robots. It was always about John Connor. Always about John Connor. Always about.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that the way that this film did it was that it takes place immediately after part two, so everything else gets. So Terminator 3, it's just Terminator 3 that gets fucking.
No, they all do.
No, because the thing from the future can happen if you send back. You know what I mean? Like that's causality in time.
Right, but they disregarded everything past part two. So they started after.
Salvation can still continue. But what happened, like, you know, for Terminator 3 and stuff, that they kind of just...
But Dark Fate just starts after part 2.
Yeah, they ignored everything that happened in part 3.
So it's like what they did with Halloween. No, it's not Halloween. There's another movie that did that, where they just ignored everything else. No, it was Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Halloween... Yeah, because it was like 6 Halloween films.
They just ignore everything.
So it was from part 1. They just did part 1 and then the new films take place right
after part 1.
After part 1, but like 30 years later.
Yeah. But they just ignored.
Pretty much.
But this is what Dark Fate did.
Yeah.
All the other movies still followed.
And I can see where that problem is, that people don't like that. But fine. You know what I mean? Like, I get that. I get why people get... But if you actually sit and watch the film, it kind of goes into, yes, they changed the future. So John Connor and Sarah Connor changed the future, and they changed the course of how everything was going to end up. So something was going to inevitably happen, whether it was the machine war or, you know, a death, you know what I mean? And in this case, they chose to go with a death, where it wasn't John that was the savior of man, it was somebody else at this point, because this John did what he was supposed to do. He changed the course of history. Unfortunately...
John didn't do anything in this movie. He just died on the beach with his mom.
He did change it in the second film. And that's what I'm saying. It starts from that point where, because they changed everything that was going... that was going to happen, inevitably they can go back and just say, well, fine. I mean, like, they changed the plot of the future. Eventually, the rise of the machines is going to happen, which personally, I think that's an inevitability for mankind, because we were fucking stupid and we're fucking imperfect. And I don't think we should be doing AI technology, because we're imperfect beings, and anything that we create is going to be fucking imperfect. And then once it starts growing at an exponential rate that we can't catch up, it's over for us.
So my only thing I get all that, but the whole point of these movies was John Connor.
But that's only because you're sticking to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get that, but what I'm saying, you're sticking to that. But if you actually sit down and watch the film and not listen to somebody else's, because you're listening to other people's opinions. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Isn't other people's opinions?
Isn't it? Because have you actually sat down and watched the film? Yes, you do.
Just read about it.
No, watch the film.
Okay.
Watch the film.
It doesn't change what happens in the movie.
It doesn't change what happens in the film, but you actually haven't seen the fucking film.
I don't need to.
No. I'm sorry.
So,
See, and that's a difference of opinion right there that we're not going to agree on.
I'm not asking you to agree. So I'm asking you to listen now. And let me explain to you why, regardless if I watch or not, it doesn't change what happens in the movie. It doesn't change the fact that I think the movie is trash, or I'm not going to waste my time watching it. So, whole point of part 1, part 2 was John Connor, Sarah Connor. Mm-hmm. Sure. So in this new timeline, did they reject everything else that happened, which I think is fair because those movies weren't pretty trash after part 2. They should have just ended at part 2.
They should have just ended, yeah.
So this movie, sure. Mankind saved. But part 2 literally, like you said, left it open. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. The whole point of part 2 is it's still going to happen. Because if in part 1, they used pieces of the Terminator that was destroyed, that guy used that to make a Skynet and make robots, like the black guy from part 2. Mm-hmm. Right?
Mild
so it already happened once. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen again. Mm-hmm. So then, Dark Fate happens, right? Sure. They're on the beach, world saved.
No, but you just explained what ended up happening in Dark Fate. The inevitability was that
it still happens.
That a machine AI is going to arise and going to kill mankind. It's just in this case, it wasn't Skynet.
Yeah, which is.
It was just something else because
it was still Skynet, but just
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Skynet. This was something. It was another machine AI, and the way that the film explains it was that aspect of the unfortunate future that they're in this universe is going to face is because mankind does not stop its push towards integration of AI technology into living. And then when you start to integrate that into the military, that's when this bullshit ends up happening, right? And that was the point of the
inevitability.
Inevitability of the machine uprise. But in this case, it wasn't Skynet, it was something else. You know what I mean? Because people are always thinking about ways to and this is actually happening now, and I've been looking into, Elon Musk actually wrote a fucking op-ed about it, saying how a lot of these people that are doing machine intelligence, they're not putting rules, they're not putting boundaries on how this machine intelligence is actually progressing, right? You need to have rules for these fucking things. Otherwise, they'll start to see human beings as lesser beings, which at one point we will be to them.
So is that progression?
Not for us. No, you know what I mean?
So it's not progression.
It's progression for the machines. You know what I mean?
It's limited.
I don't want to fucking die in nuclear fire, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. By a fucking machine that can think,
your own billions,
that can outthink me, that can outthink me. There needs to be fucking rules. That's why I get that. Asimov's rules are fucking set. A machine can't go against its own master. A machine can't
Why are you assuming machines are?
Because machines don't have fucking souls, bro. You know what I mean? So they don't.
So the person who fucking made it,
which is fucked up, because if the person is fucking really fucked up, then So
why would let this person?
I'm just saying, no, but this is not a billionaire that's making these. These are just fucking scientists that are
funded by billionaires.
First of all, right now, the way that artificial technology is, we're not in any threat. There's no threat. There's no threat whatsoever right now. Right now, if you see artificial technology in the way that it actually functions, and the way that it functions inside computers, and the way that it actually processes itself, it cannot think like us. Right now, it actually thinks more like a bug.
No, it can think like us.
No, it can't.
But it's limited because...
It's limited by our own technology. No, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's because we give rules.
No, it's not. Because right now, we just don't have the technology to be able to pump so much fucking data like the way that... No, we don't.
Have you seen the actual artificial robots that they are there?
But those things are programmed to do things. Yes, they are. Those things are working on that's not AI itself.
No, that's AI.
No, it's not. It's like a fucking puppet. That's what it is.
This is something I can literally talk about and tell you like no that AI is artificial intelligence, which is learning. These things learn. So your phone is AI,
but it won't outthink you ever.
Yes, it does.
No,
your
it
phone
doesn't.
is way smarter than you.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
You just don't think it is because it's only as smart as you are. Because
no, it's not.
Okay. Tell me how it's not.
You don't understand how complex the brain system actually is, okay? Like, for us to actually be able to stand and to walk, there'll be so much programming that goes into just that one function.
It's already there.
It is there, but what I'm saying, it's programmed. That's a person that programs that into that. That's not something that the machine can actually do itself without having the legitimate programming from a human being. What I'm saying is that...
Okay, so look at it this way then. Yes, the same way you teach your parents taught you how to walk, how to eat, how to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you do for anything. So a processor, an AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's run by technology, sure.
Programs,
but it's the same thing.
Programs.
Put in a program. Put in a query. Put in a. It's a query, really. It's a query. You're putting a query in to the program, which tells it what to do when this happens. So if this, then that. But you're also putting in the query and in the program to make it learn from that. So it goes through a situation 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. This outcome comes this way. It starts learning how, you know what? If you do this or do that, it starts learning and thinking the way it wants.
We are not there yet.
We are.
No, we're not. Okay. AI, and I understand what you're saying, and that is the thought process behind it and where it should be and how it's going to be, but we are not there yet. Okay, right now AI is so rudimentary. Yes, it is. It's so rudimentary that for it to be pumped into an actual, like, let's say, like a body, it'll be like a fucking bug. Like it doesn't think that way. No, trust me, it doesn't. It's not what you think. Otherwise, you'd be in serious trouble by now.
Because again, there's the funding and the people. So this is why Elon Musk said that, because he has the most intelligent AI right now. Mm-hmm. So his AI can literally do the stock market, make more money more efficiently than the best person who went to the best school in the stock market. Why? Same thing. Yes, you teach it, but it needs to learn. How do people learn? You teach them something and then they learn trial and error. This AI, same thing. So it literally traits
it's still programmed by a human being, and then that's what I'm saying. It's just
it's initially programmed. The same way I can teach you how to walk, you can learn how to walk better. But yes, you have to teach anything or anyone anything to start. But
they don't have
program starts learning.
They don't have the capability to actually. No, they don't, man. It's not like that.
It is good.
I mean, it's not like that.
Actually fall in.
Yeah, so do I. And what I'm saying is, it doesn't work that way. That's still a fucking puppet. It's still a fucking puppet, and it's still software that's still written by a human being. Right. It's not actual things that the AI thinks by itself. It's not.
No, it is by itself.
No, it's not.
It's using its own algorithm. It's using its own learning from whatever situations and things it's been put into to learn how to react the way it reacts. So like,
I'm going to send you the video that I...
So there's a robot.